Hello everybody, this is one more game which of my both students. Let's see. White is played by Maitreya and black is played by Riyansh. And e4, d5, pawn takes, queen takes, knight to f3. Actually, knight to c3 is much better, kicking off the queen. And knight c, yeah. Here white played knight f3 and e5 is a very good move, just pushing the pawn, because it is important to take the space. Knight to c3, accurate move, kicking the queen from that important d5 square. Queen to c5 and pawn to d6, pawn to d3, knight to f3, bishop to g5, and just taking bishop takes knight and trying to create a double pawn in f6. Bishop to e7, simply defending the pawn, simply defending the knight. And yeah, and bishop takes knight. This is definitely not necessary, because simply just white have just developed, so it is not accurate to kill the knight, as it is just developed. So you have to complete the development before doing any kind of exchanges, because when you are developing your piece and immediately exchanging it, so you are you have to question yourself why you are developing it just to exchange pieces. Then there is no need to, the objective of development will be wasted. h3, h3, definitely you will have a point, but again h3, you just have to ask yourself, if you are playing h3 to stop bishop to g4, you are probably stopping bishop g4, but anyway bishop g4 can be met with you know bishop e2, right? So here I don't understand h3 is a good move, or yeah. So h3 is not needed here, probably, because anyway bishop g4 will be met with bishop e2. You can simply unpin it. Yeah. So anyways, h3, castles, bishop to e2. So anyway, there is some limitation for the bishop because of the d3, pawn on d3 here. You cannot able to push it further. Knight to c6. Look at the black pieces. Black pieces are much free and able to, the mobility of black pieces is much better. So you can see the black position compared to white position, it looks better because of unnecessary exchanges. Black already castled. You can see uh, white black position is much better than white position. Now let's take an opinion of the engine also. Let's see whether we are agreeing, engine computer analysis will agree or not. Now you can see, definitely you can see here, black is clearly better. Now castles, simply black have completely developed, except the rooks, all his pieces are developed. Knight to e2. I have no idea about knight to e2. What is the idea of knight to e2? Probably knight to d2 is considered okay move, because you are probably giving some space for your bishop to move here, and you can also play knight to e4, bishop, mm, you know something like that. Yeah, but slightly, you can see there is a problem here, in the mobility of pieces. Definitely, black can play rook to here to stop it. See, for example, because of this, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes. Simply, you can also play queen to e7, something like that. Yeah, and you can. This pin is will be much more. This pin will be, very effective in future. Yes, and you can simply take it off. I mean, this is slowly equal, but still think white black is slightly better, I can say, because of bishop, because this bishop, I mean, is little bit struck, and you can simply play this, something like that. Yeah. Yes, and this off. So yeah, now let's go back. Knight to d2, bishop to g6. I have no idea probably why bishop g6 is played. mm, I think rook to d8 is much better. Bishop to g4. Again, bishop to g4. I have no idea why bishop to g4 is played. Knight to e4 is much better. Pawn to pawn to e4. Pawn to e4. I don't think there is any kind of any kind of threat is there. I mean, simply black is simply gifting the pawn over here. Pawn takes pawn. Bishop takes knight. You can simply take, actually, with knight to e4. You can also take it. You can simply look at the analysis here. I mean, you can simply take with the knight here. Bishop takes, knight takes. The queen moves. This is simply a good move for white if he takes with the knight. But black took with the pawn. Sorry, white took with the pawn, and bishop takes. Here, white is also, I mean, black is also grabbing a pawn here. Queen takes. Um, now, Now bishop to d7 is not at all a good move, because simply um, that is even supported, and simply rook d8 will be very dangerous, because it works. Rook d8 will be very lethal, because this rook will be very, very dangerous in this line. Yeah, and rook d8 is played, rook a d8 is played, and bishop takes knight, pawn takes, and look at this. Now the this knight is in a position where it cannot be supported with another piece. Now both the queen and the rook are simply pinning it and trying attacking that knight, and you have no reinforcement coming from white side, because none of the pieces can able to support it. Now you can see what happens when you keep on exchanging pieces without any idea. Simply what happens is, all the pieces, the white pieces, are exchanged. All the active white pieces are exchanged, and look at that, and the black active pieces are not exchanged. I mean, at least rook is in a wonderful file where it can take the knight. Now pawn to e3, of course, definitely he can take this pawn. So white have already gave up that he cannot able to defend that uh, you know he can't able to defend the knight, so he simply defend the pawn. So because after taking this, and this pawn also goes. Yeah, so he's simply defending with the pawn. So rook takes it, queen to c1, and rook's doubled, and this is a very good way, simply doubling the rooks, definitely improving the other rook and strengthening the d5. Now rook d8 and rook takes rook. You are exchanging all the pieces, but when you take the rook and you have to take with the queen, so this is rook to d1 is a very bad move here, because if you take with the rook and you have to take with the queen here, and again rook takes back the queen, even though you are giving two rooks here, but this is definitely a winning position for black, because even though you give a two rooks, the black is already having a piece up, so this is not going to win for white. Now pawn to f5 is a very good move, just taking a taking the threat of this back rank. White is pushing the pawn so that king can come out when white checks black king. Rook check, and this is does not make any sense, and takes it, and queen takes pawn, takes it, and here takes it, and this is very bad move to take it. Now you can just, I will give you a moment for all the viewers to find a fork between king and rook. So 5 seconds time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now queen to c5 can take the rook, but obviously for different reasons black could not find it. This is the continuation. Simply again, there is a easy way um, to grab the rook, but black did not find it, and black is going for another queen, and even and this is how the game ended. So thank you.